kuja kukora tarwa ibyona n'ikintu cyaki so torana mujora akoze repetition nyingi government kandi no basoje government yaheze guteka intebe kanisa
teka intebe kanisa ngenderwaho byona n'iki
government yaheze guteka intebe
preparations plans
aha mukuru ningashi inakakwate no kuzika ubabireho governor wa banka ya Uganda ubira governor wa banka ya Uganda
government yamazire gutekaho ingenderwaho
ukoresheje icyuma ingenderwaho umukuzika uwa ubirari n'inganjero yo kuzika yo kushendekereza ubirari governor wa banki ya Uganda Musime Emmanuel Mutere kandi ubu ari Fedele Soa ari kuja kuzongera nyine ndabigaba kamera ni sayini ngasa
nyine wakosuda government yamazire gutekaho ingenderwaho yo kushendekereza ubira governor wa banki nkuru ya Uganda Professor Emmanuel Mutere kurugera anteka tekeji omubero gwa Mutere ni government yamazire gutekaho ingenderwaho yo kushendekereza ubire argavana wa banki nkuru ya Uganda Professor Emmanuel Mutere kugera angenderwaho eji omubiro gwa Mutere ofirizobe ya nyimwe bazwe omuyirwaro rumwe omuyange rya Kenya nuguza kuretwa omuyange rya Uganda ayizoba rwa kabiri bwa nyuma habeho kushabira omubiro gw'umugenzi omumakabye omurukororo arwa kashatu omwebazo rero habeho okwinamira omubiri gw'umugenzi omwishengero ry'ihanga aharwakana kutandukana shahina zakaseshe banyuma ntija kubaho umukoro gwo kumusibura omubutongore omukishayi kikuru ekyakororo kutandukana shahina zakaseshe gutyo omubiri gwe gutwarwe omumakaje gutyo omubiri gw'omugenzi gutwarwe omumakaje ahari kwiza kubaho umukoro mukuru ogwo kumushendekereza omurukabare
aho kuko no terebuka mwana wagwanje continuation yawe tikabonire imwe nyoni nyanga ekiki cyo kugera erizoba omushana gwazwa kandi ebintu byingi byayoma erizoba omushana gwazwa munonga kandi ebintu byingi byayoma continuation the fluence mbwenu flow yawe tiyaba nungi you are not fluent flow ubunyankuri wabitugere kandi omubiri gwe nugwija kutwarwa omumakaje kororo kushabirwa kandi omubiri gwe nugwija kutwarwa omumakaje kororo okushabirwa kibe kimwe kakubicwacwacwa ubwite kigendera kindi ubuntu bwo kuja kuba fluent muri nyankore tukawuraga umuntu kugira ngo nibenda umuntu kumanya who is fluent English speaking fluent runyankore speaking hati icyo cyo kumba manzi bitari byo kuza kushoma nose baje mande ndo kugamba mwe no kashangu ibintu you see amahoro wano ushoma amahoro nkaredi umuntu itoko kurikiriza ndo atakukimanya ngo yine aho ryo no gasho don't tikiriza ngo wabiha umutwe gwawe nunugiha umutwe gwawe inani case tusheme ko wanonyere ko mbi ngo yine naho ryo no shoma no mu kugamba kwawe actually n'aba TV bakabiyindura ati kare wa TV akayiza tureba ayikwisatara munashoma konka ubu bakaba bakikorese cyama because ariya bakaba bamutera discipline Hamu.
nabireba
Hati iyo kamera imureba atabyine kongitu turi na rura na kureba ati kumbe nareba hariyo nabyine ati wide screen ashoma konka radio very different napa kureba ibintu bapfa kubera uburyo nashoma but we should not even show in our reading ngo umuntu yahura ngo ibintu ahuryo n'ucyo because when you start kusitamaringamo kubreakingamo hato umuntu akimanya ngo iyi naho uryo nubisoma bijyanshye no fluent mu kugamba kwawe hato umuntu aja bishoboka nagamba ibigamba umuyobozi w'ihanga izo wanagamba kuba yabumbye mukuru aha mukoro go kurre na kusimanya n'zinga izerizo 2026 utshoronze je paragraph yona mani sentence ugisoma utakugisibaza mu mpaka hari koma ninga hari full stop government izoba yahereze kutahiteka zo kutekaho ukuzikana ngo umutebero wawe wanogamba umutebero kiza kufera mu yangeri ya Kenya kandi mbirwe no gutekatekwa kurodara mu Uganda rwa kabiri rw'imfurwa w'ibirobinga ubu n'uburoseho bwa nyuma y'umutundo bwo ko muri Uganda nuguje kutwarwa mu makage kororo kushabirwa bahiza kushaba nibija kutwara umutundo bwo mu makage yago buzarwa muri Kidezi Kabari district kamutani sura anakahinta kubanza uye mu kwata kanca
yawe shani
bari rwakana nihiza kubaho kumwinanira umishengero
n'usuka ukora inyuguti hango kugira ngo uhweze utaza kutira enso ejeje ni one of the effects zo kuteza enso n'ubunyuguta buke kushanga ikintu niwo cyandikire kunga wahikawe cyakuzaye abanyitegereza ngo kukubatsira cyango nuno kirebura ngo iki neki hato bubuce line bufunzire ko kuba wargara inejo shango igiti wajiguruka ningeje wajiguruka ugaruka usome cyo wargire gusoma abo bunyuguta buke icyo nani ngambiro ryo mu kintu ko no tunyuguta yare noza kusomiwe inga noza kwemera kurege nkaka so etenda katujivunure kinyankora mu kanwa turenga
Sultan and his group can achieve it, why not everybody else who has got land especially? I'm going to launch, I think tomorrow, I will launch the parish model, development model. This is what I will demand from all those involved who cannot go on talking of this minimalist approach. We must take advantage of the full potential of the economy of Uganda. And in order to do this, I need to remind you of the way forward, the way we have been advising you for years now. The sectors of wealth creation are four. From where you can get wealth and jobs. Sector one, agriculture. This alone can push us to the middle income, to the high, no, not low, but high middle income level. And in agriculture here, we need to be clear about the two modes of commercial production. One mode, intensive agriculture, where you use a small area to get high returns. In 2018, when I made a countrywide tour, I gave you a detailed guidance on this. It is written in a booklet entitled 4 sectors, 7 areas, 7 activities. Number one, an acre of coffee, high KOLOLO coffee. Number two, an acre of fruits, selected fruits, which you know. Acre 3, dairy farming, pasture for dairy, for zero grazing. Acre 4 for food crop for the family, whatever you want to grow, cassava, whatever. In the backyard, poultry for eggs, pigs, and those who are near the wetlands, fish farming. I've told our people to look at other activities like vegetables, because I have not done the calculation there myself. But these are the ones we recommend for the people who have got 4 acres or less. Now, for the people with more land, more flexibility, because these 7 are not the only things we need in Uganda. We need cotton for our textile factories. We need tobacco, those who want to destroy their lands. We must arrange for them also, so that they destroy their lands using at least our local tobacco. Maize. We need maize. Maize is very important for very many other things. Sugar cane, avocado, tea. These are crops from which you cannot get enough money if you grow them in a small area. The country needs them, so they must be grown. But they must be grown by somebody who has got more land than the 4 acres. So here, we are talking of extensive agriculture. Therefore, please, intensive agriculture, we cannot go on beating about the bush. We say, Billy, just empty talk. Without giving clear guidance, research guidance to the people. Make the people make mistakes because you don't give them enough guidance, because you have not done any research. You are just running up and down without any research. So that is sector 1. And that's where we can push the country to high middle income country just using agriculture alone. But agriculture alone cannot sustainably move if you don't add industry. Industry to add value. To process the fruits, process the cotton, process the milk, or process the tea, process the coffee, all those need to be processed. So that is sector 2. Then services, tourism, hospitality. I was watching on TV, our grandchildren are now really drinking, that we have opened, they are just drinking like mad. So the drunkards are very happy now. That is all services. And then finally ICT. So therefore, this time I'm normally polite and talk, hoping that people will pick by themselves, especially the leaders. But this time I'm really going to be even rude to people, because we are wasting a lot of time. We want Uganda to be a high, not just a low level middle income country, which we shall achieve for sure in 1 or 2 years. But to be high middle income economy. We're already moving, because not only are we moving in agriculture, of course now we have a lot of products already. We have a lot of surplus of milk, surplus of maize, surplus of bananas, sugar, so on. These are already in surplus. But we need more, and we shall be able to market them either within Uganda or in the region or internationally. Some people are talking of surplus maize. What shall we do with the maize? What shall we do with the sugar? The answers are there. If there is no regional market, then we can turn the sugar, we can turn the maize into petroleum, into ethanol. And the law is being worked on to force petrol companies to mix their petrol products with 20 or 25% of ethanol produced from our surplus maize or surplus sugar. So that issue of too much sugar, will be sorted out. If the regional people don't buy the sugar, we shall turn it into ethanol our cars will use it, and we shall knock out a big amount on the import bill. But our people, and I'm confident we can do this because why? Because our people are now educated. The literacy rate is now 77%. All the children, many of the children in the villages are literate. But we have also got high-level scientists. So we are going to new areas of the economy, like the vehicle industry, the automotive industry. We are making our own buses now, our own cars, the electric car, making our own pickups, assembling all sorts of things here. The pathogenic economy, the one of vaccines and medicines, pharmaceuticals, all those, our people are very active and moving there. And in the other agro-processing industries, we are going to, apart from processing food, fibers like cotton, we are going to add forest products so to produce our own paper instead of importing paper from bamboo, for instance, or trees, processing minerals, etc. So therefore, the journey forward is going to be serious, intense, but also profitable. Now, in the services sector, now that the corona has gone down, the economy has been opened now, the tourists will be able to come. The entertainment, I saw them last night, they were really entertaining themselves. The hospitality industry, and so on. So therefore, this is the time now to go to another level. Don't continue talking about small things. Let's go to high, middle income level. Target an economy of $500 billion, not just a few billions. No. That's not enough. And I'm sure we can achieve it. Fortunately, we have negotiated with our brothers in Africa. There is the African continental market, common market. We have got market access to the United States products under AGOA, the European Union, China. So the markets are there. If we produce the products of the right quality. We fought with Corona, as you saw. I want to thank Ugandans and congratulate them for listening to our advice to observe very strict restrictions for 2 years now. Congratulations. Abanauganda nali bamanyi nti tewali kisobola kubalema kubanga nali mbakulembeddeko mu lutalo olw'emundu gyetwabawulanga mwakikolanga naku luno mukikoze mwebale nyo Abanauganda mwebale. These international media groups are not serious. You really wonder how people can be not serious. First of all, everybody was amazed about how Uganda observed serious lockdown for 2 years. They wrote about it. BBC, Al Jazeera, I even heard some that New York Times and things like that. But what is amazing is that they miss the point. When they talk about the lockdown, they say, girls got pregnant in lockdown. This is what they are talking about. That's what they are talking about. Oh, girls got pregnant. Girls got pregnant. Being pregnant is not dying. You fellows, Al Jazeera, BBC, please, can you not understand that being pregnant, a young girl, is a complication, but it's not dying. The original problem, some of the other people lost almost, some of them lost almost 1 million in one country, 1 million people who died in a year. Here, we are talking of 3,000 something. And those who have been infected all these years, 2 years, 160,000. If you watch what happens in other countries, 160,000 are infected in one day. So I congratulate Ugandans for listening to our advice. The children who got pregnant, we are going to discuss with the bishops. Some of them are here. We shall find a solution for them. There are some arguments. Should a child come with ortund, they call it ortund, when you are pregnant and the stomach is showing. It's called ortund. Should the children come with ortund in the school? That one I will discuss with the cabinet first and with the other people. Should the child come breastfeeding in the school? That one we shall again discuss quietly among ourselves. But what I can tell you straight away, what I will not agree to, whatever happens, is to condemn a child not to continue with her education because she got pregnant once. That one I cannot accept. I cannot accept. It is neither logical nor certainly religious. Because if the child had a problem or made a mistake, you cannot condemn her for all her life. So the rest, that one is the minimum. But I hear the religious leaders seem to be agreed on that. The other issue is about these other two, the breastfeeding and the rotundu, coming with the rotundu there in the classroom. I don't want to give my views on that. I want to hear the views of all the others. But I have some views also. But for the going back to school, the children will go back to school, to get to the government school. They will go back because you cannot. If mature entrants, abakaikuru, abakaide, if they can go back to school and study when they are in their 40s, 50s, why can't the child go back to school and study after she has had a problem? But should she go with the rotundu? That one we shall discuss. Should she go breastfeeding? That one we shall discuss. But anyway, what was amazing for Al Jazeera and the BBC was that in the lockdown, the only thing they were talking about were children who got pregnant. But these countries are really in trouble. They have got so much poor leadership. You pity them. What sort of people are these? People are dying and we're just talking about only this one. And they don't bring out that Uganda, because of the lockdown, they succeeded in minimizing the death. They don't talk about They only talk about children who got pregnant. So I congratulate Ugandans. Thank you so much for passing the test. This was the test. This was the test, and we passed it reasonably well. Now, finally, as you can see, I'm glad that our brothers from Congo are here, from DRC. We are working together to stop that little problem of ADF is nothing. We shall defeat them. We defeated them here. They were from here. We defeated them. The LRA coin were here. We defeated them. So they go to kill our brothers and sisters in Congo. They once in a while they come and plant bombs here and kill some sheikhs. That one so I want to thank His Excellency President Tshisekedi harvest the hope and sell it and get money. And they had business agents in the towns there, Beni, Goma, even here in Uganda, they had business agents who are selling the stolen coffee for them to get money, to live a good life, to send to their families, but also to buy materials to make bombs and so on. And also minerals, digging minerals and selling them. So we are working with the Congo government. It is easy to defeat these groups. It's not all that big problem. We have a long experience in doing it, and we shall defeat them. But you can see the problem which is happening now in more parts of Africa. The problem in West Africa started with the attack on Libya by the people. Remember, I talked of some people on the inauguration here. I talked about some people who couldn't listen to Africa. They attacked Libya, and all the terrorist groups which were in Libya now spread out. In the whole of what they call the Sahel, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. Now, I would like to really invite the African people, leaders, to sit down and we exchange views on how to build strength in Africa. We have some experience here. We can share it with others. Otherwise, what's happening now is going to take us back. Because the civilian leaders fail to build strength, to build for them. So how can they do a better job? Time. We wasted a lot of time. It has been wasted our 8 years. All the things, many of the things we were planning, you have to be abandoned. For instance, you remember by 1971, we had the East African Community, and it was moving well with Mzee Obote, Mzee Kenyatta, Mzee Kaunda. After Kaunda was about to join the East African Community, Zambia, even Somalia had applied. Now Idi Amin comes in. The community breaks up completely. So after 16 years of now having sorted out all that problem, that's when we come and bring back the community and so on and so forth. Now, DRC has now come in. We are beginning, but we would have been very far if Idi Amin had not wasted our time. But all these issues can be dealt with. I don't want to say easy because I don't know why people. But here we have built some strength for sure. We have 6,000 soldiers in Somalia. We have done some limited work there because of the people we work with people who don't want to go far. They want to half cultivate the garden. They don't want the whole garden to be cultivated. They live Urumbugu there. Why don't you uproot all this Urumbu? You know, okay. I did not quality. To be Mogadishu to Urumbugu or Yao town. Katulu Urumbugu or Edmunda are Leke, Katsugareyo. So we are there, but we are able at least to deal with the towns in Mogadishu. And when His Excellency Tshisekedi allowed us, we were able to move. And we are going to move now. What we did was first phase, we call it first phase. So they really got punishment, those criminals. Tomorrow we will call Muriro Ngogo. We travel to Murira. I said, no, you know, this is the whole problem of Africa. I want to make it money, but we are in the full of a nature of money. Katuwana, okugenda waloka kampu ekikambi kikyaabwe kiri awo bali bakiyita kambi ya yuwa. Nobeerawo simanyi kilometre meka kuva ku lusalo Uganda niwefuulaawo nokolewo efujjo notamanya nti lumu Katonda alikiriza Uganda nekusaanyaawo. They don't know. They don't know what war means. They talk about war, they don't know what war means. They don't even know how to fight. But Africa should not allow those novices to disturb our peace and our agenda. We shall get in touch with the West African leaders and see how to harmonize our thinking. So, with these few words, again I congratulate the Ugandans, the LNM people, on the 36 years of NRM management of the country, but even more on the earlier years of the struggle which you persecuted very well. Some of the correspondence in Uganda are beginning to be serious. I was reading some articles in the Monitor. Monitor never nangita so kwani kebiru mama gezi. Monitor kutinganyi. Monitor usajja buli yo kubadde mukole totegere ke kana kati olwale ndabite. Kati ndajali. Monitor ne wati kebiru mama gezi. In one page, I think it is, the inside the page, I think it is 32 or 42. 32. I don't have time to. ani awandika bulijjo. Now he was writing in that supplement there inside the recovery of the industry in Uganda, and he was talking about soap. Maybe I can see. Let me see if I can see. Oraba mono tunewandise kiruma amagezi umanya nti Katonda n'atera okujja. Oh, I may follow it, and I will. On the page, on the supplements, page Roman 32. The Roman Mumani. Our room around the color X, that means X is 10. Was very Satu, Asatu, Mobili. Umani Mugabe. When the National Resistance Movement government came to power in January 86, production was very low. In the manufacturing section, all the factories were running after half capacity and below. Crop production was equally very low. But in the first 366 days, under the NNM government, a lot of growth was recorded in production and exports, partially as a result of the peace restoration by the NNM government. Below are some of the records from production and exports of some crops extracted from the 1988-89 National Budget Report. Monitor na yewa ndike ebirumu egezi. Kino kyakwe obunyano. Oba Katonda kyaddeeyo simanyi. Kati ne bawandiika soap production. Soap, sabuni, was one of the most scarce essential goods in Uganda when the NLM government came to power. In 1986, only 3,292 tons of soap, both for bathing and washing, was produced. But the following year, 15,879 tons were produced in the soap manufacture factory owned under Mukwano Industries in Kampala. So, soap production went from 3,000 tons a year to 16,000 tons. Monitor everyone is saying no. At Morava, Ente, Eyogala Momuntu. Omanyandika Katonda nze. Kati owaboneta bwavudde ku sabuni n'agenda ku batamiivu. Before 1986 and shortly thereafter, beer and soft drinks were often smuggled into the country from neighboring Kenya. Beer and soda. Beer and sodas were smuggled into Uganda because production in the factories was far less than the capacity production because of poor factory equipment, which often broke down and lacked spare parts, or because of poor management of the company. But with improved security in the country, beer production in the country was reportedly increased from 6.6 million liters in 1986 to 16.4 million the following year. Oyo ye monitor awandise bino. Naye abawandise abijja mu mpapula za gavumenti eza budget ez'obudde obwo. N'olwekyo we have moved very well, but we need to move much more aggressively. We cannot be content with remaining where we are. With these few words, I congratulate you and I wish you good luck.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency the President, for that address to the nation and those important words of encouragement, hope for peace, security and socio-economic transformation of the country. At this juncture, Your Excellency, I request you permit us invite the Master of Ceremonies of the Chancery to request you to award honors to different categories of personalities having been presented by the Master of Ceremonies of the Chancery, Administration of the APDF, and Master of Ceremonies of the Chancery. You're welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, Her Excellency the Vice President, His Lordship the Chief Justice, Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers and Ministers of State, Their Excellencies the Ambassadors and High Commissioners, Honorable Members of Parliament, Service Chiefs, their worshipped religious leaders, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, I'm Major General George Igumba, the Master of Ceremonies for the Chancery, to run you through this last part of the celebrations as per law established. In accordance to Section 3, Part 2 of the National Honors and Awards Act of 2001, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda has awarded medals to 50 persons at the 36th NRM Victory Anniversary celebrations. The medals are the 50th National Independence Medal, the Nalubali Medal, the Ruweru Triangle Medal, and the Special Service Police Medal. The names of the 50 awardees duly considered by the Presidential Awards Committee, comprising of 10 members, chaired by Dr. Beatrice Wabdea and Hajat Malole Zamina as secretary to the committee. The awardees have been categorized as follows. 50th National Independence Medal, there are 29. Narubale Medal, only 1 person. Royal Triumph Medal, 4 persons. And Special Service Police Medals, 16, Pharmaceutical Society of Uganda. Professor Patrick Engel Ogwang is the founder of the Haporimde Covidex, a supportive COVID-19 treatment. He is also the leading researcher of Biotrack that produced a sanitizer, FarmSan, in response to curbing down COVID-19. Served as the research officer at the Natural Chemotherapeutics Research Institute, Ministry of Health, Uganda. Next on the list is Dr. Joseph Brown Chukula Mugambe. Dr. Mugambe is a specialist radiologist and worked at Mulago Referral Hospital, Department of Radiology, from 1984 to 1985. He started radiotherapy in Mulago that has saved lives of cancer patients. He is a director, X-ray Care and Ultrasound Center Limited, and the Atomic Energy Council from 2009 to date. He is the chairman, Board of Directors, Cancer Platform, Uganda Limited, Kampala. He was a senior consultant, radiation oncologist, and head Department of Radiotherapy, Mulago National Referral and Teaching Hospital from 2004 to 2014, where he transformed the department to the use of radiology. Next is Professor Musoke Philippa. Professor Philippa Musoke has pediatric specialty training and child health in the School of Medicine at Makerere University College of Health Sciences. In addition, she is the site principal investigator for the Makerere University Johns Hopkins University Clinical Research site in Kampala, Uganda. Professor Musoke is board certified in pediatric infectious diseases and has been conducting clinical trials in perinatal HIV prevention and childhood tuberculosis since 1995, and implementing studies, programs for pediatric antiretroviral therapy in resource-limited settings. Next is Dr. Joseph Epodoi. Dr. Joseph Epodoi was the lead surgeon of the team working at Soroti Hospital, when we are faced with the conjoined baby girl twins. One was dead and second life was attached to the decomposed sister, who was a stillbirth. They were referred to Soroti Regional Referral Hospital. However, on assessment, they were further referred to Mulago National Referral Hospital for better management. Mulago apparently had no capacity to help the baby attached to a dead one, sharing a liver, chest, wall, and etc., and at risk of being poisoned. The family finally returned to Soroti, and true to the Hippocratic oath he took at Makerere University years ago, Dr. Joseph Epodoi assembled the team and went into theater to separate the twins. 5 hours later, Epodoi emerged, having successfully separated the live baby from the one that had been dead for 6 days. Dr. Joseph Epodoi's team, other members are Dr. Namugenyi Josephine, medical officer, Dr. Reverend Sister Ajiko Mary Margaret, Consultant Surgeon, Dr. Ntege Joan, a Medical Officer, Dr. Ochen Innocent, an Intern Doctor, Dr. Nakawesa Amina, Intern Doctor, Dr. Alarokel Florence, Senior Consultant, Pediatrician, Dr. Nakuburwa Claire, Medical Officer, Mr. Kim Jackson Moding, Senior Anesthetist Officer, Mr. John Guma Ambaga, Senior Anesthetist Officer, Mrs. Zenaida Chitui, Anesthetic Officer, Sister Chivetenga Medrin, Recovery Nurse, Sister Alekat Sarah, Recovery Nurse, Sister Ajulong Jennifer, Instrument Nurse, Mr. Ekwalu Daniel, Theater Nurse, and last but not least, Sister Ajok Margaret, a recovery nurse. Next on the list, Your Excellency, is Professor Monica Chibita. Professor Monica Chibita is a senior lecturer at Uganda Christian University, Mukono, who has encouraged and supported many women to achieve their goals and aspirations. She is a counselor who has helped the girl child to excel. She was appointed head of Department of Mass Communication at Uganda Christian University. She nurtured the department into the Faculty of Journalism, Media and Communication, and by March 2019, the faculty started offering a Bachelor of Journalism and Communication degree, a Master of Arts in Journalism and Media Studies degree, and Master of Arts in Strategic Communication. In May 2019, Uganda Christian University promoted Dr. Monica Balia Chibita to the rank of full professor in recognition of her body of work. As of May 2020, the United Kingdom Top Journalism Board appointed Professor Monica to be part of the board, becoming the second black woman to make it to the board. She is also the second professor of journalism in Uganda, after Professor Goret Linda Nasanga of Makerere University. Dr. Chibita is the chairperson of the board of directors of the New Vision Printing and Publishing Company. Next is Dr. Catherine Nakalembe. She's a Ugandan scientist working with the National Aeronautics and Space Agency of the United States of America as the Africa Program Director in the National Aeronautics and Space Harvest Program. She is a food security laureate with a master's degree from Johns Hopkins University. She has a PhD in geographical science, and her research aims to highlight the consequences of the drought on land use and on the lives of northeastern Ugandans, which was the first step in forming the basis for the remote sensing element of the disaster risk financing project, which has supported over 75,000 households in the region since its inception, saving the Uganda government resources that would otherwise go towards emergency assistance. Her remote sensing and machine learning technology has supported agriculture and food security across Africa. She has conducted research in remote sensing of drought, agriculture, and leading integration of Earth observations in agriculture monitoring of smallholder agriculture and multiple countries. Next, Your Excellency, is Peros Chemtai. She took up running in 2013 after attending the District Athletics Champions in Buko as a casual fan. At the 2015 Commonwealth Youth Games in Apia, she won silver medals in the 1,500 meters and 3,000 meters. She won the gold medal at the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo in the women's 3,000 meters steeplechase race, becoming the first Ugandan woman ever to win an Olympic medal. Next is Chiplimo Jacob, a Ugandan long-distance runner who competes in track running events. He is the 2020 half marathon world champion and represents Uganda at the 2016 Summer Olympics. At age of 16, Jacob Chiplimo produced a performance of a lifetime to win gold in the men's under 20 race at the 2017 International Amateur Athletes Association. On 17 September 2020, Kiplimo won a Diamond League 3,000 meter run in Rome, the fastest 3,000 meter since Kenenisa's in August 2017. Chiplimo's time is the 8th fastest time ever. Next, Your Excellency, is Mr. Mawere Charles. Mawere Charles is a model cassava farmer who distributes free cassava stems to communities to fight hunger and ensure food security. He has helped farmers add value to their cassava by advising them to sell flour instead of raw cassava, which initiative has improved household income for the poor people in his area. He has constructed energy-saving stoves for all the blind in the district of Jinja. He planted trees at all health center tools in Mbowenge Rural, answering the call for sustainable environmental protection. He is a pillar in sustainable socio-economic development despite his disability. Next is Sister Mwangale Mubeke Robina. She's a senior health educator by profession. During the response to Crimean Kong hemorrhagic fever virus and COVID pandemic in Jinja, she was the first to visit hotspots of the epidemic. She aired messages on how to manage diarrhea among the under 5 years, which contributes to the reduction in morbidity and mortality in the Greater Busoga region. Next is Mr. Frank Kalimuzo. May his soul rest in peace. Mr. Kalimuzo was the first Vice Chancellor of Makerere University, appointed on July 1st, 1970 for a 5-year term. A revered civil servant, Kalimuzo was Uganda's first permanent secretary and head of civil service, soon after independence until July 1st, 1970. As a Vice Chancellor and lecturers, like Supreme Court Justice George William Kanyayamba, who were targets of the regime then. However, Kalimuzo never survived the henchmen of the regime then. He was killed while in service to the people of Uganda. Next is Golapali Nagamohana Rao. He is the chairman, Indian Association of Uganda. He came to Uganda in 1897. He has established a chain of businesses in Uganda like Gromo Seeds and Chemical Limited, among others. He is engaged in socio-economic services like research, production, importation, distribution of quality vegetables and food crop seeds, as well as agricultural chemical fertilizers, and very many other investments estimated at a tune of $7.5 million. He has contributed tremendously to our development agenda for attaining the Vision 2040 by adding value to agricultural products and creation of employment opportunities to many Ugandans working in his group of companies. Your Excellency, during the COVID pandemic outbreak, he mobilized over 3.5 billion Uganda shillings from the Indian business community towards Your Excellency's effort to fight the spread of the pandemic and donated 22 double cabin pickups. Next is Dr. Stephen Birungi. Birungi is a veterinary doctor. He's a lay leader in the Kirika Church of Uganda Parish, who has unified the parish and mobilized them to start building one of the biggest and most modern cathedrals in eastern Uganda on a self-help basis. This cathedral will also have a modern adult training center as annexed to impart skills to Ugandans. He worked with the Dutch to set up a factory, the first ever of its kind in East and Central Africa, to manufacture veterinary medicines in the country. Your Excellency, the very last in this category is none other than Onyaj Onechimo Oyo. May his soul rest in peace. Onechimo Oyo was born way back in 1917 in Koro Abili Gulu district. He was a grade 3 magistrate of Chitugum and Kasese districts from 1963 to 1976. He was the founder of the Scouts movement in Achol sub-region, aiming at developing the youth into self-reliant citizens who are acceptable in every community. He promoted interreligious denomination unity among Muslims, Protestants, Catholics, and traditionalists in the year 1940. While on the Amnesty Commission, he persuaded the LRA rebels to surrender to the government and supported the RDC of Guru district, then the late Omar Justin in this endeavor. Your Excellency, that marks the end of the awardees in the category of the National Independence Medal.
Well, a very good afternoon as we celebrate this year's NRM Day, the 6th of January 2020. And of course, this will be one of those celebrations. And on this particular day here, we've seen General Igumba do what his predecessors, General Eli Tumwena, used to do as the Master of Ceremonies of the Chancery before General Ivan Koreta, who was there. And now it is General Igumba doing that. To also just let you know that this is one of the very few times in the last about 2 or 3 years that we've seen the medals being awarded. The last time we saw such an event was still in 2020. The last event that the government organized and we saw awards being given out was on Women's Day in Bali, Maluku, on the 8th of March 2020 when we saw that. But just also remind you, the medals, especially the Golden Jubilee medals, were first given out on the 27th anniversary of the National Resource Movement, which was held in Nyakasanga, in Nyamwamba, in Kasese. That particular day, it wasn't celebrated on the 26th of January. It was a postponement to 30th January, and the government said it will do that event on that particular day, which happened in Kasese. Now, just let you know, they've awarded 50 medalists today in 4 categories, but the very first awards that we saw in 2013, of course, which involved the Golden Jubilee medals, they were 3,500 medalists and 6 religious leaders who I remember very well, the Archbishop Palanyikoyo, now gone, Emmanuel Cardinal Wamala, Dr. Joseph Sarada, Sheikh Ibrahim Kakoza was the Director of Sharia at the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, and the Metropolitan John Abwanga of the Orthodox Church, who is also now gone, and Dr. Master Dr. John Kakembo, who was leader of the Seventh-day Adventist Union at that time, and those were the main recipients of the
which has only one awardee, is the Naluvale Medal. Section 3.2, Second Schedule, Part 1.6 of the National Honors and Awards Act of 2001. The Naluvale Medal is awarded to all civilian activities who have activists who have contributed towards the political development of Uganda, either through armed struggles or civil disobedience, and otherwise, right from colonial times to date. And our awardee is none other than Haj Issa Mbago. Haj Issa Mbago was born on 15th January 1951. He is now aged 70 years. He supported the liberation struggle in the 1980s through giving some assistance in the form of food to late Haj Sekindi Bukomola, who then took it to the camps. He was among those who helped soldiers who camped in Bigasa, Mukomansindi, in directing them with the routes leading to Katonga during the struggle. He also helped in collecting the guns that were being kept by the citizens and took them back to the detachment center. Your Excellency, I present Haj Issa Mbago for the opportunity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, remaining only two categories. One for Luero Triangle, which has only 4 names, and the police one, which has 16. I'll just read the names without citations, Your Excellency. The next category, Your Excellency, are 4 UPDF officers for the award of the Luero Triangle Medal, which is the medal used as the climax of the armed struggles of the people of Uganda. It is awarded to any officer, man or woman, who joined armed struggles against dictatorship in Uganda. It is also awarded to civilians who operated closely with armed freedom fighters during struggles against dictatorship. And the 4 are RO 11063 Major Sadi Katongole. Next is OB 2232 Lieutenant Godfrey Chofna. Next is ROV 002240 Lieutenant Musa Cheyune. And the last in this category is RA 00303 Sergeant Nyakato Grace. May her soul rest in peace. Your Excellency, the last category, comprising of 16 police officers, is the award of the Special Service Police Medal, which is awarded to police officers of the Reserve Force and Special Police Constabularies who have distinguished themselves during their period of engagement. And on the list, I have SPC Subuka Hannington, SPC Kahare Paul, SPC Matov Joseph, SPC Nyabsisi Muhindakazi, SPC Waniros Anna, SPC Waja Ismail, SPC Serubiri Yusuf, SPC Rejet David, SPC Teng Christopher, SPC Mumbia Mohammed, SPC Biogezi Abdallah, SPC Watua Ramadan, SPC Waswa Tanasi, SPC Kiza David, SPC Samuel John, and SPC Sharita Richard. Your Excellency, that's the end of my presentation. I do thank you for your kind attention and patience for God and my country.
Your Excellency, I would like to request you to enjoy the cultural performance, at least 2 items by the Crane performers. They're going to give us a presentation which shows actually the journey that Uganda has moved up to independence, then afterwards, now, this dispensation. The Crane performers, Your Excellency.
Uganda Limited, one of the largest oil and gas companies in Uganda's energy sector, invites existing and potential contractors in oil and gas sector to a one-day PHSC workshop on Friday, the 28th of January 2022 at Hotel Africana, Kampala, Uganda, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The theme is the importance of QHSC management system in the development of the oil and gas industry. Please therefore is an invitation for one representative from the invited company to be part of the workshop. The workshop is free and all the necessary materials will be provided. As space is limited, please confirm attendance via email pro@nicoshaltd.com by the 26th of January 2022. Once confirmed, kindly complete the online registration for the workshop at www.nicoshaltd.com/workshop.php. For inquiries, use the email and numbers below. COVID-19 SOPs observed. Practice the habit.
The Board of Directors, Management and Staff of National Medical Stores congratulates the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Cabinet, Parliament and the Judiciary, and the people of Uganda as we celebrate 36 years of NRM Liberation Anniversary. We thank God for how far He has brought us and for the milestones our country has achieved. Let us keep the faith that our best days are ahead of us. For Ugandans that we serve, help us serve you better by taking your individual responsibility seriously. Report theft of government medicines and medical supplies to the nearest police station or State House Health Monitoring Unit. Do not pay for any medicines or medical supply labeled with the words Government of Uganda, not for sale. Do all that is within your means to stop preventable diseases, including COVID-19. Continue observing Ministry of Health standing operating procedures, including wearing a mask when you are in public spaces. Visit a designated health facility to receive your COVID-19 vaccination and a booster dose for those that are eligible. Prevention is better than cure. NMS, passionate about your life.
It will now take 36 hours to transport cargo from the port of Mombasa to Malaba. The reduced transit times now mean customers will receive their cargo much faster. You shall enjoy affordable rates from $860 for a 20-foot container.
It is safe to say we are right on track.
Partnership with the GIZ promotion of renewable energy and energy efficiency program. Save on energy in centrifugal blower pumps by installing variable voltage frequency drives for speed control of motors.
Although energy efficient products have a high initial cost, your electricity bills reduce forever and you recover your investment eventually.
The Energy Moment is brought to you by the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development in partnership with the GIZ promotion of renewable energy and energy efficiency program. The Board of Directors, Management and Staff of National Medical Stores congratulates the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Cabinet, Parliament and the Judiciary, and the people of Uganda as we celebrate 36 years of NRM Liberation Anniversary. We thank God for how far He has brought us and for the milestones our country has achieved. Let us keep the faith that our best days are ahead of us. For Ugandans that we serve, help us serve you better by taking your individual responsibility seriously. Report theft of government medicines and medical supplies to the nearest police station or State House Health Monitoring Unit. Do not pay for any medicines or medical supply labeled with the words Government of Uganda, not for sale. Do all that is within your means to stop preventable diseases, including COVID-19. continue observing Ministry of Health standing operating procedures, including wearing a mask when you are in public spaces. Visit a designated health facility to receive your COVID-19 vaccination and a booster dose for those that are eligible. Prevention is better than cure. NMS, passionate about your life.
You know why Fanta goes really great with snacks? Because just like Fanta, snacking is colorful. Snacking isn't formal, which means no knives and forks. You don't even need to book a table for snacking. In fact, you don't need a table at all. Snacking is comfy and playful.